Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with a special video today. So we're just hanging out here at the park, but what is that behind the bench? Let's take a little look-see. Oh, it's a bunny! So, basically, I have been spending a lot of time with the tool mod to take objects off a lot to make Copperdale from high school years a more interesting place. So we are here in that world right now, and I'll leave a link to the tool mods download page in the video description below, as well as a tutorial by Twisted Maxi himself on how to use it. But I have never added more things to a world in The Sims 4 than Copperdale. I actually really like this world so far, but I still feel like it could be better, and I actually did all this in preparation for my upcoming high school years series, especially with the pier over here. I have done quite a bit. But yeah, this video I'm going to show you everything I've done with Copperdale using the tool mod. I have done a few videos like this in the past where I show what I've done with tool, and also a couple of specific tutorials with tool, like how to place these bunnies and the bird trees from Cottage Living in other worlds. And I have incorporated some mods and custom content in this as well, so I'll also link those in the video description. But we'll actually start off with the surrounding area before we get to the pier itself. So I did place a voting board here from Eco Lifestyle, because you can vote for the naps through the mailbox, but I think this is a little bit more interesting because this also helps remind me to vote when my Sims are out and about. And this is actually a bit outside the lot because the park starts like right here-ish, I think. But this is near the parking lot because I could have placed this by the pier as well, but there's already so much going on. So, oh hey, there's Savannah. Let's see, where's the stump that I actually placed for that bunny we just saw? Over here. It's covered a little bit by shadows, but there's the swell dwelling. And then, if we go behind the park and go up this path towards the rock monument, we have this, what I like to call the woohoo bush. It's like the party bush that first appeared in Get Together and a couple of other packs since then. So yeah, Sims can have a little bit of secret woohoo. But yeah, it is a little annoying how in the fall their leaves don't change with the other vegetation. So yeah, it looks a bit better during the summer. And then we have a bird tree right over here. Oh, there we go. Some birds just fluttering around. I thought this would kind of make sense, especially since there are seagulls that already land on the rock up here. Yeah, and then when they fly off, there's a bit of debris that falls. Then when we go over here to this little sort of like secret hideout, I added the campfire from Outdoor Tree. I wasn't sure whether to go with this or the bonfire from Get Together, but the bonfire is bigger, so it's a bit harder to fit. Also, when I placed it here, my Sims were getting routing failures when I tried to have them do the fire dance, so that was one less interaction that I could do. And I'm actually just gonna teleport my Sim Jasmine over here, because I ended up discovering that we no longer need chairs in order to roast marshmallows. So I'm just gonna have her light this. And then, yeah, just roast, and see there, she just sits on the floor. That's so cool. So I thought this would be more fun to have teens just hang out here when it's dark, especially since it's basically behind Sydney and Savannah's house. It's just right up there with this little path that goes down here and across the river. So yeah, that's really cool. I think it is because we got that sit-on-ground interaction with the pre-high school years update that allowed this to be possible. Now, if we start heading towards the pier, I placed this interactive flock of pigeons. These actually come with the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, but you can't actually access them, even with debug sheets. And they're cool because if you have a cat, you can have them chase off the pigeons and seagulls and, oh, Geekami don't care about that. And you can actually get these feathers that turn into really nice displays that you can put on the wall. And, yeah, so they're only in Brindleton Bay and Del Sol Valley by default. But if you download a couple of mods by Backy Gaming, one for the seagulls and one for the pigeons, then you can place these. They're a little more complicated than just like placing a chair down, but you can do it. I have done a video about that on my channel. And then there are these decorative ones over here. These are just there with the world in the first place, so there just ends up being more pigeons than usual. Over here, there's a flock of interactive seagulls, and there's a dance mat from Gat Together. So I kind of made up this thing where the teenagers in Copperdale like having dance battles out in the parking lot, so I just have them come here once in a while to do that, so that's pretty fun. Actually, before I go to the pier itself, I added a couple things on the other side. Because if we go up here, I added another one of these bird trees, and the woohoo bush is over here. I thought it's like, oh, if some Sims come over here and feel a little flirty, then they can take things to the next level. Just go and woo in this bush. And I also added another bird tree near the dock area. Just right down here. I didn't add anything else to this dock because I felt like it was okay as it is, and then if my Sims want to bring their own things in their inventory, then there's just space there. Though I am a little surprised that there's no fishing area, because I thought, oh yeah, there's gonna be a fishing sign, that's just how it normally works. Otherwise, I figured, yeah, this area is fine, just have a nice little nature trail. You can occasionally find little collectibles just down here. Actually, I'll get rid of this stupid notification because I'd be fine with them patching out that calendar notification. It's just so annoying and it keeps appearing all the time. Let's go over to the pier itself. We'll start from the entrance where I think it's called the Dragon Shop kiosk by Ravasheen. I'll actually just have Jasmine use this, so there's a few different things we can do. We can buy stuff, we can sell stuff, we can travel for 10 simoleons, so you have like another way of traveling to other places, and you can also use the bathroom. So there's a whole bunch of things you can buy, even these age up and age down treats from cats and dogs, some fish, some bug spray, some of the things from Cottage Living, some camping supplies, some postcards. I think some of these postcards that are from here are even from My First Pet stuff. Yeah, a whole bunch of things, so it's pretty handy. And I'll actually just have her use the bathroom since she kind of needs to soon. Unfortunately, there's no door animation. They just disappear inside of it for a few seconds. It's kind of like the City Hall in Tartosa, where it's the same thing. And actually, one thing I almost forgot to show is over here, I placed a vending machine from Lot 51's Flickbuster mod. So it's like, haha, parody of Blockbuster. Basically, I haven't played too much with it yet, but you can rent DVDs for the movies from Hangout stuff from here, and you can actually hook up a DVD player to your TV, and if you have the Sims Link mod, then you don't actually need to use the movie plan through the internet to get the movies. So it's kind of like a nice little throwback sort of thing. Oh yeah, and you can also burn and sell bootleg DVDs with this mod. So yeah, it's just a neat little thing you can do on the side if you want. And over here, I placed a dumpster, so another woohoo spot. And I was thinking about placing another one behind the convenience store, but I wasn't sure if that might be overkill. Because, I mean, this one is, I feel, is a bit more out of the way. Because normally you wouldn't even really kind of like go here because there's nothing to do. But then let's go onto the pier itself. So there's actually a number of things I used from Sepsid's arcade pack. And one of these things is the skee ball. I actually have seen Sims use these autonomously, even when I have placed them off lot. I did get a little bit of footage of that during my practice run of this. But I've also placed the ball pit. This was actually Pro Witch Hazel's idea. And I figured, oh, if I have it angled like this, there could be a nice view of the water while the toddlers play in here. So yeah, glad I finally have another reason to use the ball pit. Oh darn, I thought I was gonna use the skee ball there. Or maybe will this sim use it? Oh yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, that's cool, because I feel like in my experience so far, my Sims don't use stuff that I placed off-lot super often. I know in Newcrest I placed one of those like big movie projectors from Movie Hangout stuff there, and I'm pretty sure Sims have used that occasionally. But and then I placed the ping pong table over here from Discovery University, so it's just like another thing for Sims to do. And I also placed the keyboard as an additional instrument to this little performance stage. It is too bad I haven't seen any Sims perform here autonomously. Normally you can hire musicians to use these, but not here. I guess it's only when it's on an active lot. So otherwise I just have to like have my own band, even though we don't have a bands pack yet. I don't know. Hopefully we got one in the future. But then, if we go over here, this is one of the things from Sepsid's arcade pack besides the skee ball. So I actually placed it here because I thought, oh, if I have a group of friends come here and some of them want to ride the Ferris wheel, but some of them don't want to, like, maybe go on the Ferris wheel, maybe they're scared of heights, I don't know, then they can just play this while they're waiting, so they have a chance to win some prizes. Actually, maybe I'll have her see if we can get a little something. This isn't going to be too much gameplay, because otherwise this video will become way longer than it needs to be, but... Of course, I will leave a link to Sepsid's pack in the video description below. Oh! Did we win something? We hit jackpot from the spin machine. But what did we get? Oh, I think this is what we got, because, yeah, I think we just got the free earbuds from before. But, yeah, that's cool. We got a laptop for free. Well, we spent 100 simoleons, but otherwise way cheaper than getting it the normal way. So behind here, I've actually placed down some other things from Sepsid's pack. The whack-a-mole games that have some different themes. There's the werewolves, and the vampires, and the fairies. I don't know if we'll get fairies eventually, but I figured since we have the werewolves and vampires in the game, it would make sense. And we have this basketball arcade game brought over from the Sims 3 store. So that's pretty neat. And we also got the claw machine. So otherwise, this area is just completely empty, so I thought this would be a good way to give it some purpose and have more stuff to do. Oh no, it broke again? I don't know what happened, but this is the arcade cabinet from Get Together. Because initially when I was placing down all this stuff, there was a thunderstorm, so the arcade machine broke and I had to place another one, and then, well, it broke again. I wish there was just like a shift-click interaction to replace it, because since it's not on an active lot, I can't just replace it for some simoleons. So normally you can have Sims up to groups of 4 just play on this arcade game, and I actually, on purpose, did not place it in the center, because I still wanted the opportunity for Sims to take like romantic selfies on the pier, just overlooking the water without any lights obstructing them, so yeah, I thought that would be a good way to do it, because I've put a lot of thought into where exactly I put some of these objects. So I have also placed this vending machine from Island Living. You can actually buy boats and some other stuff, like beach towels, because originally I had placed it just over here because it's closer to the water where you can just go swimming and boating if you want. But because it's so drab, this building, it just stood out too much. Oh, hey, there's another Sim autonomously using the bathroom. That's cool. Yeah, I was going to say that part of the reason I placed that kiosk over there is because normally there's no bathroom on the pier. You just have to go all the way over here towards the park, and then there's one. And I have also placed another washroom just over here. Oh, the bunny is over here! What? I didn't think the bunnies would go all the way here. That's interesting. But anyways, yeah, so we have like 2 bathroom options that are close to the pier, that are much closer. But oh, and there's also a fish pile that I've placed down here from Cats and Dogs. So normally you can't place these either. I've downloaded these from Brazen Lotus, so I'll also link that in the video description. I tried placing them over here, but they clip through the ground a little bit, which is strange. I've noticed that also when I've tried placing the murals from City Living off a lot, like the ones where you can spray graffiti on. We'll actually show that off a bit later. I believe if you have enough pet training skill, you can send dogs to fetch you gifts from these. And then I think cats can also just play around in those. It would be kind of cool to place the vending machine for the boats from here. So if your Sims don't have boats, then they can just buy one and then just go down here. But it definitely, with how colorful it is, blends in better with the Tunnel of Love than just being placed in front of the really drab-looking building. Though I really love this artwork. I guess with, yeah, this sort of like cat food thing, this like cat food is made here. But yeah, that's what I've added to Plumbite Pier. So now I think this will be a lot more fun of a place to hang out, because it's mostly just rabbit holes. Other than like the photo booth and the ice cream stand. Alright, so here we are at Copperdale High School. So, I mean, the main point of this area is to just go to school or go to any of the events held at the auditorium. But I thought I could still add a few things to make it more interesting. So I added another bunny tree stump here. Yeah, I even called it Bunny School for the name of it. So I thought it would be kind of interesting if maybe bunnies just roamed around here once in a while. I actually did take a picture where my sim is in class and you can actually see a bunny just running by. So just to add a little bit more life to this place, because otherwise, apart from the like sports festivals, nothing happens over here. You can just kind of practice cheer if you want, but no football games or any of that stuff. But I also didn't feel like, I don't know, I couldn't really think of anything to add here. So I just kind of left it as is, and I didn't want it to distract students too much from going to class and such. But there is this other convenience store over here. It's like the same one that we saw at the pier. So I added another Flickbuster vending machine, and I put a dumpster behind this one. So I thought this was kind of an interesting idea, because if you do want to have your teens skip class, you could just come over here, and then there's already this picnic table, and then there's the washer over there. And, oh yeah, there's also some pigeons running around there. These ones are not interactive. Those are just the decor ones. But yeah, it seems like, and the vending machines as well, the new vending machines that came with high school years that have some different things than the ones for Snowy Escape. But yeah, that's pretty much all I added. Very little, but I thought it would still help kind of enhance the gameplay of this area. So now let's go over to Prescott Square, which is the downtown area of Copperdale. Alright, so we've actually brought Jasmine's dog Lexi along because I actually added the obstacle course to this park. There's just so much space, and I figured, well, if Sims end up living here with dogs, then this would actually be a really great addition. And I've tested this, and it works. I don't know how well Lexi will actually do, but we could just try it. And I also did add a couple of things to the playground. So there's this slide that is, the original version is by Ravasheen, but this specific one is by Lil Dika. So you actually have to download Ravasheen's in order to use his. So I'll leave the link to both of those in the video description. And I added a swing set from Seasons, because I wish we had a swing set in the base game. It's just kind of sad how these playgrounds, like Moon and Will has the same thing, where it's just a bench and monkey bars. Yeah, it would be nice if we had a swing set in the base game, so I don't have to keep going back and adding them. Looks like things are going well so far over here. So yeah, now this park is a lot more interesting. Oh, thumbs down? I guess it didn't work. Didn't work out. Oh no, you don't want to go up this pathway. Well, it didn't do super well, but at least to show just a proof of concept that it works. Oh, okay, I still need to do that one. Okay, past that. Yeah, I left the gazebo as is. I figured it was fine with just the bench. This pigeon flying away. For the other stuff I've added, if we go just over here, it's interesting that you can actually go all this way, but there's nothing to do, so I thought, why not give it some purpose? So I added a dumpster, and I added another dance mat, so this could be another place where teens go to have dance battles. And I also added this little electric box from City Living. You can actually access this without mods. You just need to use, I can't remember if you have to use Live Edit or Debug. the bb.showhiddenobjects. It was one of those. I think it was just show hidden objects. But after a while, posters do appear on the back of it, and then you can just grab those. So normally these only appear in San Myshuno, but I thought, oh, I can have one of these here. But if I do want to go on a big hunt for posters, then I'd still have to go to San Myshuno. I added a dumpster behind here. This one is already here by default. It doesn't do anything. Then if I go over this way, like, this reminds me so much of where I actually live. Just this part of the downtown here. But I added another Flickbuster machine. And I added a little busker place over here where Sims can just perform different instruments if they have them. And I did add a couple of benches, one over here. I think it might have been this one that I added. I can't remember. I've added so many things. Over here, I placed another one of these voting boards. Thought I'd just give this little area some purpose. And then back here, this nice area where you can grab some food and drinks. But really nothing else to do. So I added the little mural spots from City Living. So you can paint all these different things. There's one here, and then there's another one that I've added. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Over here, this little seating area. And one interesting thing I did with this area too was there's this Lively Towns mod by ChipSim, and I've just put this counter and then placed this register on top of it. So you can actually buy flowers from here. And there's a couple other ones like a bookstore and an arts one. So then there's an actual purpose to this area other than just sitting down and also the mural area. But since this is only open until 3 p.m. right now, there's no sim there at the moment. Maybe I could attach some footage of a sim just working that during the day. But yeah, it's pretty neat, I think, to have this sort of thing just out in the open street without having to hit a loading screen or go into a rabbit hole. There we go, now it's all lit up. So as we make our way over towards Lake Lasuli, I did add another kiosk from Ravasheen. And there's a bird tree. I didn't add any of the bunny tree stumps in this neighborhood. I figured I'd just leave them to the high school and the and the Plumbite Pier. And I also added a little something over here because there's this abandoned shack. I mean, I guess it would have made a little bit more sense to have another campfire, but I really want to use paranormal stuff more often, but I don't get to. So I actually placed a seance table. Yeah, this is probably the silliest thing I've added to a world using the tool mod. I just figured because there's oh wait, there it is. It's faint, I think, but yeah, there's a little little image of a ghost there of I think it's supposed to be like the founder, Jasper, of this town. So you can kind of make up that, oh, you can use the seance table to make him appear or something like that. But yeah, that's what I've added to Copperdale using the tool mod. There was a lot to go through. And yeah, we're ending this video in a seance. I wasn't even expecting that myself. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing my high school years series now with so much more to do in the world. And feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section below, or if you have any ideas for stuff that that I can add to this world. Spectral small talk. I'm actually your great-great-great-great-grandfather. At least I think I am. It all gets a little muddled and my eyes aren't what they used to be, but I'm rooting for you, Chip. This was an interesting sort of project to just do. Copperdale, very cool world, and I think even cooler now with all this stuff that I've added on. And that's not even going into the lots that I've added and will add, hopefully, because I actually want to use a different high school right off the bat than just the default one. But I'm gonna wrap this up here, so be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content, and I will talk to you all later and have a great day. Thanks for watching!